Today I just want to bring you a video update. 3 things that are frustrating and then some really good news. I'm embarking upon the greatest challenge of my life. I want to, before I turn 70, to sail across the North Pacific solo through the Great Pacific Garbage Patch to witness and chronicle what I see, and then onwards to Canada to see my mother. I moved the date up to this year when I'm actually 66, but in the end, it seemed too ambitious and neither the boat nor I are ready. So we're sailing the coastline of Japan instead, cruising, learning, and gaining more experience as a rookie sailor. So join me. Hello everybody, it's Lowell from Pacific Solo. Greetings. I'm going to tell you why you have this view in a moment, but I want to update you about the things that are continuing to thwart my attempt to move forward, and then also some really good news and developments that's happened. So here's kind of the bad news first, those things that thwart me. First of all, the JCI rules continue to be a problem. I wanted to get permanently upgraded to Enkai, which allows me 20 miles offshore. I went to JCI in Wakayama last week. The people were so helpful to me. They even let me borrow a bike to run a little errand for them, and or for myself, but I needed it for the application. But to get a permanent upgrade, I need to haul the boat out, and they have to do a hull inspection. And that brings me to frustration number 2, and that's Corona. With the state of emergency in so many prefectures, basically no one will accept me in the near vicinity to haul the boat out. And so I'm going to go back to be doing a temporary permit, a temporary upgrade that will allow me another 30 days at least. And that inspection is happening next week. The third frustration, which was totally unexpected and out of the blue, is my Facebook account was hacked. And it seems a fairly sophisticated level of attack. And I built it up over a number of years. First of all, to build it up for hope with 1,000 and more followers. More recently, over 1,000 followers came because of Pacific Solo, plus friends and family. I was just shy of 3,000 friends who are following me, and it was an important platform to share updates, both about Hope and about Pacific Solo. It's now gone, and I must say, somewhat disappointed with Facebook's customer support, because it's been near useless. Other than them taking the site down, I've had no communications from them at all, and no phone call, no email. C'est la vie, shigata ganai. What can you do? So that's gone. That's the bad news. The good news is I'm setting sail again next week. After my inspection on Thursday, I'm going to be heading off, and I've decided I want to make as my goal the next few months to circumnavigate Honshu, which is Japan's largest island, and it will allow me to basically see what I've from the sea, what I've seen from a bicycle, and go up the Japan Sea side of Japan, up to Hokkaido, then down the other side, where I hope in 2 or 3 months' time to visit fishing villages where I have friends and where I worked and supported during the recovery and rebuilding time after the tsunami. So I'm really pleased about that, and I can do that because, and this is why I'm here at Hillside Place at our solar-powered log home on Jokoji Mountain. I'm here because hopefully the autohelm is arriving today or tomorrow. So then I'm going to grab it, take it back, having spent a pleasant 2 or 3 days with family and back home with Candy, and I'll go back and get the autohelm installed, and then after my inspection next Thursday, I'm going to head off. I can also report that the AIS is working fully, and the toilet in the owner's berth is now working again, thanks to Gregor, who did a complete overhaul, ordered new parts. He's now gone on to Ishigaki to a diving job there. So the parts arrived after he left, but he was so excited to see the toilet working that he joined me by by FaceTime, so he could see as I installed the new parts, the new gaskets, and also the new the new V valve that allows the flush to work. So Wahine is doing really well, and I'm very happy about that. I've also been able to reapply to Borgmann, and Borgmann is the boat assistance network. And so as I sail around Japan, it's basically a cooperative of boats that will help each other out and tow each other in if need be. My mother took a real downturn a couple weeks ago. My family encouraged me to go home. I looked into going home. So complicated because I impose a burden upon people for quarantine in Canada. Since then, my mother's rebounded a little bit, so I'm talking with her almost every day, thanks to my sister Faith, who's helping me. And Brent, my brother, and I and Faith are talking all the time about my mother's condition. I just finished a very pleasant conversation with her where she knew who I was, and she said she loved me. I should also say, my engine was given a clean bill of health. Shoji, a Canadian who's a diesel mechanic and a lot of experience on fishing boats in Canada, came and checked it out, and he checked a number of things to maybe replace some hoses, but he basically said it's a great engine, clean engine, and the fuel line is clean, the tank is clean. So after the problem I had after leaving Kushimoto, which you'll see about in a future episode, the engine's a clean bill of health. So there will be an episode coming next week as I continue my journey around Kihonto. But I just wanted to let you know this update. These things frustrate me, but I'm pressing forward, and it looks like in a week's time I'll be setting sail through the Seto Inland Sea and around the tip of Honshu, then up, circumnavigating Japan's big island as I continue my training and preparation for my solo crossing the Pacific next year. So thank you, everybody. It really does help me if you like, subscribe, and share, and it gives me favor with the YouTube algorithm, and I just want to thank you for following me. Oh, and I also want to add that due to requests from many who, and I call them my fellow never too laters, I'm preparing a course called Never Too Late, which is partly derived from my book, but also telling my experience as I created this dream, or gave birth to a dream, to live on a sailboat and sail across the ocean solo. So more news of that to follow from the Never Too Late course. You're not going to let the fear be the obstacle. Autopilot doesn't work, the wind indicator doesn't work. I can't really see clearly beyond it. Highs will be higher, and lows will be lower.